Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have the first update for my Panda palette, which, as you guys know by the thumbnail, is the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen many people, many project planners pan this palette, but if you are not new here on my channel, you know I'm very light-handed with my makeup usage, and I don't apply makeup as often as maybe other people or other panners. I know people like wear makeup 4 to 5 times a week on average and that's not me. That might sometimes be the number of times I wear makeup in an entire month. Like it does happen. It has happened to me before, but with project panning I try my best to wear makeup as much as I can, which that is saying a lot. So you guys know how little I use makeup, but I don't want to see my things go bad, which is why I do these type of projects. But I think for this month, I've had some okay progress in my opinion, based on my usage. So I will put up a picture of where I was last month. As you guys know, this was my Panda palette for the year of 2020, and I came back to it this year. And this is where I am currently. Let's go ahead and talk about these one by one. What I am gonna do is put up a picture as a layover, and then we will discuss it with the differences between last month and this month. So as you guys know, in Tempera, that shade was completely empty. I did repress another shade into it, and after repressing it, I've hit pan once again. There's barely anything left, so I think I will repress another like a light colored shade over here again this month, just so I can have that in my palette and I don't have to reach into another palette for that kind of color. Golden Ochre, I have expanded the pan. My neighbors are being super loud, sorry. So for Golden Ochre, I have expanded the pan slightly. The same as Vermeer, but it's so slight that you can't really see it. Vermeer is not a shade I like. It looks a bit too icy on my skin tone. I've probably used it 3 times the past month. Buon Fresco, I haven't really been focusing on it. Once again, it's not a shade I like. It pulls a little bit gray on my skin tone, although it's a beautiful shade in the pan. And I've seen people do a smoked out, just a one shade kind of look with it, and it looks absolutely beautiful on them. But like I said, on me it looks like a bruise, so I can't really use it on its own. I have to mix it with something else. Antique bronze over here, you guys can see I have a little bit of a dip going on. I have used it a few times, but I'm nowhere near hitting pan on this shade. It does pull darker on my skin tone. Like most shades pull darker on my skin tone for some reason than it does when I swatch it. So I have started using it. Love Letter, haven't really been focusing on it that much. I think I'll start using it as a liner now that I've hit pan on the red ochre shade. Cypress Umber, haven't used it a single time. Then we go down to the second row, Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange. I have definitely used them a couple of times, not too much. For some reason, I've been just if I wanted a shade like these, I would go into my bronzer and use that. And however, I have slightly expanded the pan on Burnt Orange, but not too much. Primavera, I'm surprised, but the pan has grown. The pan has definitely grown. I do use it as an inner corner highlight or as a cheek highlight. So I've used it 5 or 6 times the past month. Red Ochre, as you guys can see, I've hit pan. I'm super happy about that. I have used it mostly as a liner, which is why the pan is right down the middle. Venetian Red, I haven't touched it. Warm Taupe and Real Gar, last month I said I want to focus on these 2 shades to hit pan, and for some reason it only looks like I've used it twice, but believe me guys, I've definitely used it 6 or 7 times, both, and I mean 6 or 7 times each. Real Gar is actually really pigmented. I'm so surprised. For warm taupe, it does also pull very gray on my eyelids. It's not a nice look. And since I do have kind of like a deep set eyes, and I have a strong brow bone, it just looks like I have like a really dark shadow on the top of my eye. So it doesn't really look that nice by itself, but I do mix it with Real Gar for it to look a bit more neutral looking and not too orangey. So I have definitely given it some good use, but it's not as much as I would like it to, and I'm nowhere close to hitting pan, unfortunately, on any of these two, but I will continue to use them. I'm glad that at least it looks used, but yeah, the biggest dip currently I have in the last remaining 4 shades is an antique bronze, which is weird. It's probably because I use it with my finger and I apply it on my entire lid whenever I do want to apply it, so I do use quite a bit. But I do like the shade, but it's only a shade I go for if I want to have that like smoky looking eye look, so it doesn't happen too often. Let me say that. It's probably like it happens once or twice a month maximum, and then I go for different eye looks for my nights out. That's if I go out. Being heavily pregnant at this point, I barely leave the house, and even if I do, it's not for a date night or anything like that. I've just been super busy with life. So my goal for next month is I will, like I said, repress something else in here. So my goal would be to basically, what should be my goal? I mean, I don't want to finish up this shade because it's not part of the palette, but I am gonna obviously use it. I think I want to try to deepen the pan in these two for sure and start using this as a liner, love letter. And antique bronze, I want to use it at least 2 to 3 times in the upcoming month. And I want to try to start finishing off Buon Fresco and burnt orange over here. So I think the first 2 pans I want to finish off are these 2 shades, and we'll take it from there. And I do want to expand the pan in Primavera, but obviously I'm not going to finish it anytime soon. But yeah, I think I'm going to just set realistic goals for myself. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really, really hard for me to see a lot of progress every month, which is also why I've been thinking of doing my Pan That Palette updates every 2 months, but I kind of like seeing updates every month from other people. So even if it's not much, I mean, that slight difference that you will be able to see is good enough for me, I guess. So that is it for my update. It is super short and sweet. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the rest of my playlist. I will link it down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.